All right, let's go again. Here at the Inverleigh Disc Golf Course Club Rooms, we are live with the Park Clubhouse. Let's hear it. An incredible crowd here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and we are in an era of disc golf where a man pulled out of the Champions Cup to be on the fucking waiting list for the Vic Open. In an era of disc golf where there hasn't been a major since Tasmania. We are in an era of disc golf where anonymous posting is still a fucking thing. And we are here at the Vic Open. How are we feeling? I'm here on the couch. I'm not on the couch tonight, but I am here. It's all about the Vic Open tonight. It's a huge episode, and we couldn't be happier. For months, we've heard talk about here in Victoria is other states holding their majors, their own bloody majors. We're finally here. And finally, it's upon us. Finally, as The Rock would say, the Vic Open has come. So, no, it doesn't feel right, does it, to be here? It's not Vic Park. No, I'm kidding. Let's hear it for Inverleigh. I'm here on the table. First up, I'm going to introduce a panel to you. In the middle tonight, a man whose hairstyle are progressing through various styles of Hugh Grant. We've got Kyle the Style File Herbertson, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, let's hear it for Kyle. Kyle does all our editing, by the way, for all the tournament rounds that you see. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Kyle does all our editing. Next up, a man who's currently signed up to make his tournament return this weekend from injury, from long-term injury, to play his third majors in God knows when. It's Matty Vaz. And last but not usual, absolutely refusing to be least, the man who will publicly run back in any introduction by giving my brother, your brother, Shanks. What we can do during the show. We can go for an hour and a half, so. But we are going to the selection panel. A couple of people, I believe, it is the trade team up this weekend. So we've got that, right? So we're looking at the Australian team here, but we get here to this point. Right? Asking? Yeah. Most of it that was seen is David Perry, Liam Brunley Project, we have to do some work. We have to play really well in this one. Patrick Wilson, and Tim Bowling. Out of that group point. Can you believe the rock? What's the selection criteria? Ratings is what I'm talking about, right? Ratings is what I'm talking about. Current who's definitely So we look at Cassie and Sarah. We've got one from every team. So it's up to Michael this this weekend, especially in that MP40 division. From my knowledge, most of the year, I think Ruben will be here. So there's something to play for in a lot of those divisions, FPO, MPO. So, all right, cool. Kyle, okay. We're going to push on because we've got more people in the room than have ever watched our stream live anyway. So, recently, I know we don't like to focus on overseas, but I wanted to draw attention to the trophy. So, we all watched the Music City Open in Nashville, and we all saw Simon and Kristen. Simon was up and Kristen just up, for those of you who don't know. But Simon was up, Kristen just up, pick up their Let's studio, customized, beautiful trophy, right? I wanted to talk about what we think the trophy might be next year. I think it's going to be, those of you watching online, So guys online, we are just switching over to computer microphones. So please bear with us. Let us know if that's okay. But for those of you watching online, I've got a picture of myself with a Gibson ES3 335. That's what I think the trophy will be next year. Thinking about that, what I wanted to ask you all is, Awesome now. Great. Okay, you can hear me. Wait till the others. You guys might just have to talk up a bit.
Mic check.
Yeah. They can hear us. So, great. Thanks, Dean Fearley. So, there are a bunch of other Gibson guitar models that are aligned with disc names, right? So if you imagine it, your Gibson Les Paul first year or this year, you know, you've got a disc that's a Les Paul, right? There's 6 or 7 of them and some disc golf adjacent names. I want to throw it out to the panel and to the crowd to see if you can come up with an all.
Firebird.
So, a Firebird. Yes, that is a Gibson guitar and a disc. Well done.
Really?
Yes. Yep. I'll bring that up actually. So that's a Gibson Firebird. It's sexy as hell, and obviously
Got another one.
There's your.
Got another one.
You got another one?
Explorer.
Explorer. Yes, it's not next in my PowerPoint, but it is. But it is. Thunderbird is next. Yes.
They're my 3. So I'm
Anyone-
tapped out, guys. Need your help.
Anyone from the crowd? There's a Gibson Thunderbird. It's the bass. What's that? A polecat? All right.
It's a Warlock one.
And there's our Explorer and a what? Warlock is not. A Crank is not.
Is there a disc called a Flying V?
Les Paul Stable Mid. Is there a disc called a Flying V? There's not. This is where you might start to struggle.
The Prodigy do an SG something?
Prodigy. They don't. There is. It's a hard one. It's called like a Viking name. It's an old disc. Sorry, not a Valhalla. I don't know. So the other ones we've got for those watching online is a what? Not close. We've got a Gibson Marauder. A Gibson Marauder. All right.
Marauder.
Hey.
Who makes the Marauder disc?
I don't know. Someone made it at some point. I think it was Westside. Yeah. The next one we've got. What's that?
Can you get the Marauder at Guff?
Hey.
Guff disc
Can you get it at
boards?
Guff?
Yeah.
The mid-disc, no.
Shut up.
There is.
He knows we've got audio now, so we
There's a gateway disc. There's a gateway disc that is. There's a gateway disc that is also a Gibson guitar. I've got it up on screen for those at home. Warlock, nope.
Ether? Is it?
I don't know any gateway discs.
It is. It's a somewhat.
You don't even know your own disc.
You've cheated. It's a somewhat.
Nighthawk?
Yeah, Nighthawk, no. So we're looking at. I wanted to give away a parked patch here, but we're looking at a Gateway Spirit. A Gateway Spirit. Yeah.
Spirit.
All right. The other one was a Hummingbird. The Hummingbird's the acoustic, and this one.
Oh god.
Yep. This one, there's a Gibson mandolin that's named after a Prodigy disc.
Oh, yeah. Reverb? No.
Reverb, nope.
A H4.
Closer. It's a fairway.
That's a sexually transmitted disease.
Hey?
Feedback?
F5.
F5 it is, Jay.
Oh, no.
And we're also looking at a special version of the Les Paul they made.
I feel dirty after talking about that Prodigy disc.
A special version of the Gibson Les Paul they made a few years back, or many years back, just uses half of the name that may be disc golf adjacent. It was the Gibson Paul, for those of you watching
I
online.
see what you did there.
And there's one also, a Gibson bass that was available for 2 years in the 70s. That is disc golf adjacent as well. It's called the Gibson Grabber. All right. So yeah, that's
That one for last.
yeah, I did.
Really
That's
pushed on a
all.
strong one.
That's all the Gibson. There weren't any strong ones, Kyle.
Is this
There is a Voodoo. Nice. That's just a black Les Paul. All right. So that's what I was hoping. That's all the options we've got for trophies next year at the Music City Open. Well, that segment went about as well as I could have expected.
Yeah, myself.
Being that I know nothing about frisbees and these boys know nothing about guitars, let's move on to a segment. Matty, are you ready? That I'm sure will go much more smoothly.
I was rehearsing all morning.
You break every step you take. I've been watching you.
And I am watching all of you to a creepy extent. All right, the first one. Speak up a bit. Ash, look, I don't understand marriage. I thought he might have been here tonight, so I feel a bit bad for targeting him because he's not. But you just want to put the image up. Are we getting it here?
Yeah, there it is.
That image right there. Now, look, I think I saw this maybe 4 or 5 days ago. What kind of message is this sending the competition like a week out of a May? And when I saw this image,
I think Cat loves the D.
it's a pretty safe assumption, I think. I'm assuming Cat's the wife. When I saw this is what I actually saw with this show of indignant emasculinity. Like,
Oh, wait,
We
what?
got Kyle. Yeah,
Next
next
one?
next slide.
Fantastic.
There we go. All right.
Is that Dave Perry?
Here's Dave Perry.
You want to show some superiority leading into a major deal. Come on, buddy. That's just putting confidence in your opponents. Yeah, cool. Let's roll on from there. The Suns.
Can I just comment on that? Down the bottom, the caption was "Weddings are fun." The first one might be Dylan, but after that, they get a little bit off.
Sage advice from a jaded divorcee. All right.
All right.
There, Jason. All right. Is it a new club? I've never heard of them. It's Sunset Disc Golf Club. They've got a new polo. If you notice on the graphic there, the polo, it's sort of patterned with a collage of disc golf terms, expressions, commonly used phrases in disc golf. We've got specific, you can't really see it at the live show, you might be able to see it at home, but they've got very disc golf specific words like flat and circle, provisional,
I can see
bead.
flex there. Flex.
Flex is, yeah, mark is one of them, so
Is complaint there?
it's
I
I think if you look at the shoulder, there's anonymous. No. Look, obviously a shirt has limited space, so they've done enough to try to cover the full gamut of disc golf vocabulary, but I don't think they've quite covered everything. So here at Park Media, we've brainstormed our own T-shirt of some of the expressions they might have missed.
We love a good T-shirt, don't we?
So the first one is fuck's sake. Where's the nearest pub? Ultimate wankers. No offense, Aussie. Ladies, out of my bed. My tournament starts in an hour.
That's very Maddie specific.
That's very Camille.
Camille.
Yeah. Have you got some Nurofen? Is Camille single? I think that's more of an FPO statement. Definitely not. And we had a conversation about it earlier. Who orgasms at the start of throwers?
Oh, nailed it.
Oh. That just sounds like Thursday morning drives to me. Just put me down for a 13 while I drown myself in the lake. Hole 2 at Stony, just wow. And fuck you, Fergie, that was in. Some more commonly used expressions that didn't get put on the Sunset Disc Golf Club polo, boys. But no, it's a lovely polo, and for a very cheap $70 for a club that I've never heard of.
Anyone from Sunset Coast
You
Disc
won't
Golf
even
out
buy
there?
a disc, let alone a $70 shirt.
I'm buying a disc of which $6 goes back into our pocket, so
I gave that to you.
I realised I was getting it for free. All right.
Damn it, why'd you tell him?
All right.
$6 you just lost. No, Portal Disc Sports, they're some of the best promoters on social media. They've talking about the release of the Nord. I don't know, a bit of a. I'm assuming there's a Jacob Pruden job there. Yeah, not the artist rendition only. The actual Nord eventually came out, and Ash, if you could show us what the image. So that's the actual Nord itself. Now, can I just say how boring the Casterplast stamps are? I actually wish they stuck with Jacob Pruden's rendition, because I don't know, Casterplast just they need to up their stamp game, in my opinion. That's just a very very plain. It's a bit like this part of the
He
segment.
hits hard, this guy. He hits hard, Matty.
There's out there these days.
Sell all your stock in Casterplast, guy.
They're genuine works of art.
Yeah.
They've got the name of the disc, the numbers. Come on, worry about this. I was about to say,
47.95.
Any more foil and might up the price.
Wow.
tournament sponsors Flying Disc Store, everybody. $50 for a plain Casterplast disc. Get over to Flying Disc Store for that one.
All right.
Next. Spice that up at the end. Oh, Matty.
Nah. All right, Matty, talk to us about this.
All right, this is a bit of a the man's name's a bit of a hot button topic at the moment. So Reece Durkirk, tournament TD, he's a great man. He was named TD of the year by the Trollers in 2023, and rightfully so. But I tell you what, the man never stops hustling, and that's why he was probably the TD of the year in 2023. So if you read the conversation that I can't at the moment.
So you've got Reece says, I'll get that sorted out for you. I've already got the wheels in motion, lol. He laughs at the end of every sentence.
But he probably
and then-
genuinely does.
Well, Matty says that. Reece says that, then Matty says, thanks, man. I was trying to give myself the chance to play, but slip discs ain't no joke. And then Reece says, disc slippage sucks, I hear. Rat axe bunny bags help with grip issues.
No sign of compassion, no sign of care, no, oh, dude, that's a bummer. He just goes straight for the hard sell. I know I'm just another number to him. I'm just another number. Reece, for that lack of compassion, mate, you're on the watch. And we'll finish with a little segment that I gave birth to last show. It's the Who's That Pro segment. This one here, I'll give it I'll put it to the crowd first. There's a lot of locals here.
I'm watching the chat. If anyone knows who that is or anyone can
I
tell
can
us.
see who that is already.
Yeah.
Some hands out.
Who we
Hands
got?
up. Don't put your hands up. Don't put your hands up. Just
shout.
shout it out. Who was that?
Is it the snake? It's the snake.
Yeah. Who said Blake Nichols first? All right. Park patch for you. There we go. All right.
Don't throw well.
Young and dapper Blake Nichols, absolutely.
Yeah. Next one, Matty.
Second up here. I needed an emoji for privacy issues here, but the young fella on the left. Who do we think that
Is that a picture of Kyle taken yesterday?
That is
Young Tim Bowen.
absolutely no.
I know who that is. That's right. Yeah.
8 people said it before you, but correct.
Who said it loudest? Who gets the patch? Hey. Oh,
Oh, Dave.
hang on. Dave, pass that back to the man at the back there. The Sonny. Oh, you've got one anyway. So yeah, we've got,
So easy to tell that kid.
and obviously,
No secrets as to who's hiding behind the emoji, but I just want to. That's how the show's going tonight.
It's not even on the slide.
too forward.
Okay, so yeah, no secrets as to who's behind. I just want to do a little time-lapse photo here.
Kyle, football.
Ready?
Yeah, foot forward.
Take just a little time. That's not true. A little time-lapse moment here. We've got. Oh, Ryan must be about 6 there, so we'll say that's about 10 years ago. A more modern photo of Chris and Ryan Ha. What's changed? Tell me. Transparent sunnies. That's about it. So, Chris Hart, for aging gracefully, I did try to dig you up knowing your involvement with the Inverleigh Club, but you've just aged barely in the last 10 years. Mate. So, I don't know what your skincare is routine, but it's working.
All right.
All right, another MPO player here, Australian
All right.
MPO player.
One sec.
Well, I mean,
That actually
Now,
the
this
first,
guy
yeah.
was too cheap to actually pay for the photo to get the text removed.
That's your first hint.
Is it DP?
Is it DP? No.
DP.
I would never expect to see that much out of DP.
Chris Scott,
Give
what
that
you got?
man a patch.
Chris Scott?
Louder for the crowd.
Who's he got? Ryan Deere.
Now,
Oh, he does
Yeah.
it in every photo.
It's right here doing his best Jordan Belfort impression from the Wolf of Wall Street. I don't know why he's in that environment or that situation, but
He does it on the glow. He does it I think he's stuck.
he clearly peaked before disc golf.
Right.
The last one is my absolute favourite. I feel certain feelings when I look at this image.
Holy shit.
Oh wait, no, this isn't the last one.
Second last one.
This isn't my last one. Sorry.
I mean,
This is the last one.
Jesus Christ.
Clearly Roger Federer.
I think Jay was first. Louder for the crowd, Jay. What do you got? Oh,
Who got it?
right, this was
That is Reese Wiz. Yeah.
And
Now,
well done on getting the name right. Like, you know, I didn't do that first time
that was
out.
a pretty easy one to get, but I just want to question, like, did he used to be some sort of sex worker? Is he like, is he the entertainment at a bridal party?
up the back, right up.
He's just taken the bear costume
what do we
off.
got? Can't tell you.
All right.
It's yeah, two girls surrounding him. One's wearing a bridesmaid sash. He looks like the entertainment there. I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
They probably know that you, Dad.
I hear these tech bros can pull.
This is going out to our tens and tens of viewers, so
Yeah.
everyone's safe.
We've got one more, Matty.
And this is my favorite. I'll just leave it to you guys.
I can't even believe I'm doing this. Gary Ablett.
Not a sex worker.
Yet.
Oh, late party.
No, we heard it up the front here. Aussie for the crowd.
Yeah.
Put a guy on the screen with
Yeah.
that on, and Aussie's all over it.
All right, and shout out
He
to
went nowhere until the topless guy came on the screen. I was just like, oh, that's right, Michelle.
Tanya Bean picked out Ryan Haas straight away, and Reese Circuit picked out Ryan Michelle. So well done.
Jeez.
So a couple of fans out there for you, Ryan. Love it. Alrighty. So Matty, is there any more Media Watch?
That's it from me.
Is there any more? Is there anything more for Media Watch?
Not from me, no.
Not from you. All right. Well, moving on to the big ticket item of the night. We got to start talking about the Vic Open at some point, right? We got to move on. There's a bit of a tournament this weekend, boys. We're obviously here at the Inverleigh Club Rooms, thanks to the Inverleigh Golf and Disc Golf Club, or as Paul Oman would say, the Inverleigh Golf and Golf Club. Fucking gives me the shits. It's called disc golf. All right, call it disc golf. It's not golf. You're not playing golf. All right. Anyway,
We got the old man on.
I don't want to listen to disc. I don't want to listen to disc golf commentary and hear Paul Oman going, "We're out there playing golf today. I'm just happy to be playing." You're not playing golf, mate. You're throwing frisbees. Respect the goddamn game. Yeah, you're playing disc golf. All right. Nah, stuff you. All right.
It's okay, Jason.
So, on that bombshell, we have a special surprise guest this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please make her welcome. She's going to sit at the table with us and do a bit of an interview. The highest rated player in the FPO field, Cassie Sweeten's coming in. All right. All right.
Cassie, come squeeze in. We've got
Plenty of room.
push Maddie straight out of the way.
I'm irrelevant.
All right.
Do you want?
No, I don't.
We got her on camera. Here she is.
I can keep one.
All right, she's bought her own laptop. Oh, no, that's Maddie's. All right. Kathy Sweden, everybody! Cass, it's so good to see you here. It's so good to see you at a tournament out here at Inverleigh at what would be fair to say your home course. Wow. Sorry?
Sort of.
Sort of?
Barn Valley's closer,
Barwon Valley's closer.
but we don't go there.
We don't go there. What is it about Inverleigh for you, Cass? What is it that draws you back to Inverleigh? Because I'll be honest, I come here as few times as I possibly can. What do you love about Inverleigh?
It's better than Bowen Valley.
It's better than Bowen Valley.
Good sound reasoning.
So, talk us through, Cass. The last time we saw you on parked cameras was Nationals last year. How have you been since then? How was Nationals for you, and how have you been since then?
Nationals was shit,
Okay.
and I've been good.
Amazing. Good to hear.
No.
Sorry, no, go
You
ahead.
take it in your stride. There's dickheads out in this world.
Mhm.
You just roll with it and move on.
Yeah,
That's all we can do.
yeah. Love it. Boys.
Yeah,
over
Jake?
here.
We had a brief chat before, Cass, about
You're hitting
Inverleigh.
trees.
Worry?
You're
Sorry?
hitting trees.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So for the viewers that weren't, and the people out there that weren't privy to our chat, you had some sound advice for me, being a dreadful disc golfer as I am, about how to attack this weekend. So would you like to share it with everyone?
I actually can't remember what I told you.
It's very good advice.
What was it?
Funny.
Good question.
To be that
No, you
good.
said just get it out in the open. Just get it
Oh,
out
I
in the
said
clear.
close your eyes and just throw and hope for the best.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I do
That's
already.
what you
So. But you said just get it out in the clear, and then it's a simple game from there. But just get it past the trees. But yeah, it was sensational advice, and I'll let you guys know how that goes on the next episode.
Or if
That's
you're
good.
really keen to check Jace's PDGA number, be sure to keep up with the little fella.
So, Cass, correct me if I'm wrong, but sort of very close to the first time we would have seen you throwing dynamic discs, you know, sort of in earnest, sort of at Inverleigh at a major. Is that right?
No.
No? Okay.
It's been 2 years.
Yeah.
Been 2 years, yeah, but at Inverleigh in a major.
Oh, Inverleigh.
Yeah.
In a major.
In Major. Yeah.
Just narrowed the criteria.
So it's you know, I'm obviously not a man that any manufacturer is interested in just throwing their plastic, but how is the change from one manufacturer to another? And I mean, it's been 2 years now, like you say.
Yeah.
How has that settled in? You're finding more and more each day. Have you settled into, you know?
It was a pretty good straight transition. I've just got more to kind of feed into my bag. Rather, you know, Univer's just a small selection where I've got the trilogy, so I've got a whole range of discs. But I pretty much work with JB just to substitute discs out from an Inver to a DD. And my bag's been pretty settled the whole year, well, nearly the whole year and a bit that I've been with them. Yeah,
Amazing. Yeah.
Beautiful.
good transition.
Great. And Matty, have you got anything?
How does
Oh.
it feel being one of the 3 remaining players at Dynamic Discs?
He hits hard. He hits hard.
I'm in the gold section, a little. Yeah.
The posters should be up at the, what is it, the Champions Cup next week or whatever?
No, I didn't win one. So,
So for a bit of context, Matty goes. Matty-
66% of dynamic discs in the room tonight. Everybody.
Matty says to me earlier in the week, I said, mate, I've got Cassie on. She's going to come on the show. And Matty's like, I don't really know her. I don't want to ask her. I'm a bit nervous. He comes out with that. But
That's all I know about Dynamic.
But I guess for those players watching that maybe aren't sponsored by or part of a manufacturer team or sponsored by a manufacturer, what does it take to get there? What does it take from you as part of that team? What the expectations, or for those that may be interested that are watching along?
Well, I just got approached. I was in Australia at the time by a selection panel, and that was kind of like my into the women's Innova team. And then that went on to the Innova team, and then my transition from Innova to DD was with JB. But it's social media, you know, I get thousands of views through all my reels, whether they're shit reels or good reels, whatever they are. They still get views.
Yeah.
So if you're not on social media but you want to be sponsored, it's a huge thing because everyone's on social media, whether it be Instagram, TikTok these days, Twitter, whatever.
MySpace.
But yeah.
It's a great point though,
I did have stuff.
because you never quite know what's going to pop off, do you? You never quite know what's going to work, what's going to not. You know, we got that video of Frosty with his forehand hitting the car and coming back in bounds at the Sizzler, and we were like, this is going to send us viral, and it's not that, it's Frosty's shitty roller that he threw at the WA Open.
The stupider reels, the better.
Yeah.
Views.
Yeah.
100%. It's a huge thing these days, and you are obviously prolific. Sorry? Prolific on Instagram. Yep.
It's running events, it's helping out at clubs, it's running events. Like everyone goes to events, like help the crew out. It's not easy running an event. It's not, you know. But the more that you help out, go.
What's going on?
Can we ask a question?
Yeah, if you've got a question for Cass, for sure.
I know that you used to throw the Wraith and the Strike. Want to replace those two bad boys?
The Wraith is the Grace,
Grace.
and then the Strike is now the Strive or the Supreme Escape.
They almost sound the same.
Awesome. Yeah.
Wraith and a Grace, and then a Strike and a
And I
Strike.
throw most Supreme Plastic because it's like the start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that,
Yeah, you remember. You remember.
Are there any other questions for Cass from the floor? Yeah, we got one at the back there.
Yeah, Cassie, who's your favourite Tasmanian?
So the question from the floor was, who's Cassie's favourite Tasmanian?
the one with the hairiest chest.
I love it. Love it. Yes. All right. Are there any? What else we got? Have we got a hands up question for Cass?
I have one.
Maddie's got one.
Oh no! What
Is this about moving to Tasmania, that is?
All those hairy chests. No, as an aspiring, I want to be sponsored one day. Do you have to maintain? Do you have to maintain a certain rating to maintain your sponsorship?
No.
Oh. Patty Robinson. I thought-
Latitude and DD different.
Oh, okay. I thought.
So
Interesting.
I think perhaps on a tier, we're on our tiers, but not for my sponsorship.
DD's the one you want, Matty?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now,
Me, Cass, Ricky, and not even Gavin Rathbone.
Yes.
Jade Brady's got. Oh, jeez.
What do you think the winning score for MPO and FPO this weekend will be?
Overall,
Overall, yeah.
is this a me question?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to know.
All right. All of it.
Your thoughts?
Look, I've had some pretty bold statements. I don't know whether they're valued or not, but Frosty said 21 down for
I
MPO.
was thinking.
What was that?
I was thinking 23 for MPO.
So Cass thinking 23 down for MPO.
16.
20 under.
And I reckon between 10 to 15 over for FPO.
Correct.
I reckon that's pretty good. Alan Brunsting's just come off his tip. What are you shooting this weekend, Alan? Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Austin D'Alessandro in the front row is all of a sudden looking terrified. But no, we've seen it done, right? We've seen Dave Perry do it. We've seen it done here.
I reckon maybe 10 to 15 will be what you guys would probably think, but I think you can go more.
10 to 15 will go home, boys.
So
Around. You could do that.
all right. Is there anything else for Cass?
No.
Good. Okay. The Cass. Sorry. No. Go ahead.
No, nothing.
All right. So yeah. So we're here at Inverleigh. What is your prep? I mean, obviously you've had a difficult or a more difficult than usual preparation for this tournament.
Oh, I've had none.
You've had none, right?
Zero.
So expectations for this weekend for yourself. What are you here for? You out here to play? You out here to, I mean, you're always out here to win. But what are your expectations for this tournament
I'm
yourself?
just here to be out of my house.
Here to be out of your house? Yeah. Fair enough.
I've been in bed, on the couch for nearly over 4 weeks. I've just started. I've got stitches out. I've just been able to start to walk and move about more freely. So for me, it's just I just want to get through 3 rounds. I don't care about anyone else. I just want to be able to complete 3 rounds of disc golf, and yeah,
Amazing.
that's it. No expectations.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Can't do it
attitude.
when you don't prep. Well, can't prep.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, you can. That's what I do every single time.
Maybe you
It
can
makes it makes it interesting, but you still have a ball.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Look, we've watched you over the last couple of months with obviously close attention, and we're stoked to see you out here and with the stitches out on the men, up and about, throwing frisbees at your.
Get skin checks, everyone.
Yeah. So I mean, we're out in the sun a lot, right?
Yeah.
We're out in the sun a lot. Sunscreen, skin checks, anything out of the ordinary, anything that seems a little bit off, a little bit weird. Get it checked early, because I understand we're all
I'm all cancer.
we're all okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. Get it checked. There's sunscreen somewhere I think it's outside. Put it on before your round tomorrow. I shave my forearms so that I can put sunscreen on easier. You know, I've done it my whole life. Do it. Do it. It's not that hard to do, right?
Not even Italian.
But please, yeah, and a lot of love for you coming in and chat there, Cass. Like we're so glad to see you out there, and so glad to see that message getting out there to disc golfers, because I've played cricket my whole life. It's obviously out there in the cricket sphere that you know you're sun smart and all of that sort of thing.
Cricket thing.
Always a thing.
Oh God! All right, but it's out there in that cricket world. But the disc golf world, we don't hear a whole lot about slip, slop, slap, and sun smart. So
And there is
amazing.
a high percentage of redheads as well. So just noticed from looking around. So get your sunscreen on, guys.
Camera.
All
Get your
right.
sunscreen on.
But Cass, it's been wonderful having you on. It's been a long time coming. But if you haven't got one of these, there you go.
One more.
We're just throwing them out. We're getting them on people's bags. That's how it works. Cassie Sweeten, the 7 times, she's back. She's up and about. She's here at Inverleigh this weekend for the Vic Open. How many Vic Opens have you got?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell me? Yeah, amazing. Love it. One day. But before we go, Cass. Before we go, Cass, I want 4 things. I want an MPO tip from you, Cass. Who's taking MPO this weekend?
I'm going to go Dave Perry.
Oh, yeah. We do have one more thing after this. After the tips, we've got one more thing.
Definitely
FPO tip.
I'm going to say whoever, I don't care, good on to them if they win. Like, I'm not going to tip an
I love
FPO
it.
because everyone deserves to win, so whatever.
I love it. MP40 tip. MP40 tip.
I reckon it's going to be a really close battle between Chris Hart and Luke Pope. Finish for the wooden spoon.
Bit of material.
And
Someone's had some media training.
and
No,
one more, boys, arms around each other. An MA3 tip, Cassie. Who's taking out MA3?
Very.
Can I have a look at the list?
We're on it.
Mike Defnot.
There's me.
All right, Cass. Pick one of the others, otherwise I'll get upset.
Got a ring to it.
Do you want my honest opinion?
Yeah, go for it. Who is it?
Aluminium.
Yes, Alan, shout out if you're watching, bud. You've been a huge supporter of Park since day one. So amazing. Before you go, Cass, I did forget we do have one more thing. It's a new segment. It's I'm worried about it, but Matty's spit out. So we're gonna have some quick fire questions from Matty Faz. All right.
All right, Castle, this is just, What?
He spat it out. It's not a list. It's not a list.
No, go, mate.
I don't want you to think about the answer too much. Short, sharp, quick fire
Do it.
Q&A. All right. So, what's your favorite after dinner dessert?
Sticky date pudding.
So nothing made by Sarah Lee. Sweet enough.
Oh, that's that was you. When the topper has a top. Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Cut that up, turn it into a reel.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
We're getting clicks there.
Wowee.
What was your first ever job?
Blockbuster video.
Oh!
How'd that go?
Video story, please.
Here's the free DVDs.
Yeah, I can imagine back in
Just sending people
2001.
fines every day. Before that, mate. Threatening with legal action.
Blockbuster, classic. All right. Yeah. So I've never met Jareth, but I'm assuming he's the hairy chef of Tasmanian. Okay.
No, that's it.
What's the most romantic thing Jareth has ever done for you?
Proposed to me in a hotel.
Oh.
You can't put
Ah.
Anniversary today. That's it.
Well, wait, wrong.
I wonder if Dylan stepped up to the plate in such a way. If you could live in any other country, which would it be?
Ooh, Japan.
I had a joke, but I didn't write it down.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, Matty
Japan,
Faz.
I was there in January. Fantastic.
Right.
Try the round.
Jeez, the crowd's getting rowdy now.
Oh, what is... I had a joke there. All right. In order of most liked to least liked, rank the tee-off boys.
Oh,
I would go. Well, Tim
From
B.
most to least.
Yeah.
Hang on, let's not lead in with I would go. Let's just go.
I've known him the least.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
It's really hard between Fergs and Pat. I've known Fergs for a long time. He's one of my husband's best mates.
Okay.
Pat, I've known less than Fergs. But Pat's more charming. But then Fergs has the moustache.
I mean, what? Pat's
I
whole
will-
Are we going to have two draws on Anzac Day?
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one, but I think I'll have to go with probably Fergs because I've known him longest.
Good.
Well, Timmy not featuring in the final at all.
Is it a joke about country Sweden?
Sorry, Timmy.
No, it wasn't. It would have been better than nothing.
Which country?
Let's spin it out. I get to spin it
Yeah, Matty Faz. Ladies.
Disgusting.
Yeah, we've got it's all trilogy discs up here. We'll get to those in a moment. But ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between or somewhere there, that's been Cassie Sweeten, the 7-time, good enough to come out here tonight and be on our show. What an absolute legend, boys. Icon of the sport here in Australia. Thanks, Cassie, for coming out tonight. We really appreciate it. And we wish you and the FPO field all the best for the weekend. Right! We can't put it off any longer, boys. Let's have... Oh, hang on. Kyle, you've got some late-breaking mail.
Yeah, I've got some late-breaking mail. And
Oh, shit.
I think Cassie's really just hit the nail on the head here. And, I mean, Tim being the least favourite tee-off bloke, I've just had a breaking report. If we all just have a listen here... I'm going to try and turn my phone up as high as we can. With Reese about some
Reese Wineski.
scandals that have occurred on the Inverleigh course
Okay.
practice day. Reese, what do you have to say?
Yeah, so Tim on, I think, hole 14 for Dam Hole His first shot was pretty good in the circle, but he went for another one. Counter skip ace, nice. All of it, everyone was cheering. But the strange thing was he added it to his scorecard.
Wait, wait.
And he's like, to preface it, he goes, "Oh, it's okay. I'll just add another stroke onto another hole."
Not like
Wow. So, Tim Bowen, Cassie Sweeten's least liked member of the tee-off team, is now fiddling with his UDITS card.
Oh, Tim.
and counting not even a practice round ace, but a practice shot ace. Really, he's thrown a second and aced it with that one, right?
Yeah. So Tim sent me his UDIS scorecard last night. Tim sent me his UDIS scorecard. I commented on one of his 4,000 Instagram posts with him throwing a forehand, and he sends me his scorecard, doesn't mention the ace, just slides it in there. I'm like, oh wow, mate, that's a birdie hole. You've played it wrong. But he's
Thanks very much, mate.
but he's crowing about his ace. He didn't tell me it was a second shot, but he's fiddling with his UDIS scorecards. Disc golfers in the room. Do we tolerate fiddling with UDIS scorecards? What do we think of Tim Bowen, ladies and gentlemen?
Everyone bash him tomorrow.
Everyone, when you see Tim Bowen tomorrow, I just want you to look at him and just go, yeah?
Not selections anymore.
Yeah! Selection committee, are you listening?
And then we can all look Timmy in the eye and say it's not just Cassie that doesn't like you, mate.
Do we want to turn up in the Australian team against Croatia in WA in November with Tim Bowen going, oh, I got an ace with my 15th shot there. I'll just put that one down. Jesus. Yeah, no, I hope you're well, Timmy. I know you got pneumonia at the moment and you're homesick, so yeah, I hope you're well, mate.
If it makes us win.
Hey?
If it makes us win.
He probably hasn't got pneumonia at the moment. He's probably just got a cold and he's put down pneumonia. No, I hope you're well, Timmy. Yeah, wow. That was some late breaking news, Kyle. Woo! Let's talk about what? Sorry, Matty.
I was just going to say thanks, Reese Wiz, for selling out Timmy.
Yeah, absolutely. Heiser Flight team members selling each other out.
We love that, Reese. We love that.
Let's talk about the Vic Open. Yeah. So have you boys had a chance to have a look at the field?
I will in about 10 seconds.
Tim Bowen, trash or cash from Frosty in the chat.
T-Rash. I didn't look at the field, but I heard all about it on Brolin this morning. Great episode.
Wow. They did a good one.
It was a great episode.
I know, mate. Alan said he'd shoot +1 for the +8 for the tourney, so it can't be that good, right?
No, I haven't had a chance to listen to Throwers this morning, but I hope they tipped me. Let's talk about our. They'd be mad.
So which division are we looking at?
Let's go bottom up. So let's go MA4 up. Real quick, boys. Real quick. I better have a look too, eh? I'll just go to Bainey's
Chris, I should be MA3.
PDGA page to get there.
I'm going to go Chris Scott in MA4.
Yeah. All right.
No. Chris Scott in MA4?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to take Wayne Govan. I played with Wayne Govan last week, and he had a ripping round on the Gold. I think he shot, can't remember, but he played really well.
Yeah.
So
He shot the same as me. He shot +10.
I'm going with Wayne.
Yeah. Wayne Govan has told me, ladies and gentlemen, that there is a target on Chris Scott's back in MA4. Ooh. And Wayne Govan has this laser sights trained right on it. So we are Team Wayne Govan here at the tee off. MA3 boys. Matty Faz?
Duncan McIntosh.
Kyle? Oh, sorry.
Sorry. We're playing the most wooded course in the country, and you're not going to pick Eamesy. Mate.
David Eames, the man who's never hit a tree in his life.
Yep.
Jace, your tip for MA3?
Kyle Herbertson.
Kyle Herbertson? Yeah,
I don't-
nice.
He's sandbagging down in MA3. So
Yeah.
That is the
Sometimes I compare myself to Ozdog, typically with handling expectations.
yeah.
I was about to ask, in what way is that?
Yeah, he can throw more than a Heiser flip, man.
Ryan Budget. Timmy Bowen's still copying it in the chat, by the way. Ryan Budget chimed in now. Yeah. I'm going to take.
For MA3.
What's that?
What's he saying? Terry for MA3.
No, he's saying trash from 10 Bowen. Yeah. I'm going to take Max Tats in MA3, coming second behind myself. All right. FA2.
Anita Webber.
Anita
Anita-
Webber, yeah.
Anita Webber.
Melbourne Disc Golf's own.
All right. Well, I'm going to take. I think she's on Team Heiser Flight. I'm going to take Jess Holman. Because I'm contractually obliged to. MA2, no, Jess Holman, she's going to get out there and thrash it. MA2, big field, boys.
Honey, honey, honey.
James Hunt. All right.
Nah, Brett Zeeble.
All right.
He's got the grit.
Samuel Stoyer.
Samuel Stoyer. Right,
Actually, I
right.
changed the Narada too.
Narada, I still don't have a PDGA number, Guzman.
I'm going to look, and I think the MA2 title is going to Rio, and I think Peter Allen's going to take it. I've had the pleasure of a round out here with Peter, and I believe Cass was on that card as well, maybe? But I've played out here with Peter, and I reckon Peter's a shot in
That's
MA2.
a pretty stacked division, just
It
quietly.
is.
Like this, even Austin Palia.
No, he's in MA2.
Good to see Austin.
Yeah, he's in
Barley
two.
back.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Recording artist Narada, I reckon, is going to get it.
Narada Guzman can't be ignored. The man hides from PDGA rating. Yeah, he's out there to throw some frisbees. All right, MA50. Learn how to putt. That's from Alan Brunsting. Learn how to putt, Narada. All right. Oh, he learned how to putt.
Definitely did. His putt is nuts.
Okay. All right. Love it. MA50.
The most popular man in Melbourne Disc Golf, Kerry Edwards.
Okay, so Matty Faz has taken Carey in MA50. All right.
None of you guys are going to.
I'm going to go with the WA import, Lotus Kingston.
Oi.
I like, because I heard he was here before, Reese Wiz's old man.
Well, what? It's just someone else with the surname Wisniewski.
Just assuming.
All right, you're in. Oh, he's over there.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
He's on the
All right.
national team.
I'm going to take. I was going to say it's very hard to ignore JB up there. I reckon.
If you take JB, you've got two options, Jeff Brunsting, Jason Brown.
No, Jeff Brunsting. I reckon Jeff Brunsting's washed up, so I'm going Jason Brown.
He was never watching it.
That's from Alan Brunsting telling us Jeff Brunsting has never washed. Alrighty. So MA40, I believe. FA40, sorry, I'm scrolling down. FA40. We've got Carol Hartley, Tanya Bean, Sue Donnelly, Christine. Let's go.
Tanya Bean.
Tanya Bean.
Tanya Bean.
We got Carol Hartley coming from the floor with a bullet.
Nah,
right.
Dargo's own Sue.
Dargo's own Sue Donnelly.
From the Walnut
What? Well, I'm going to say,
Check out one of the most
Alan-
disc golf courses in Australia. Can we shout out Dargo real quick?
yeah, if anyone knows Sue Donnelly, get yourself to Dargo. Get in touch with Sue Donnelly and get to her course in Dargo. She's got accommodation there. It's by a river. It's on a walnut farm. She's got her own course. I think Fergie's put it in, so it's got rad baskets. But don't let that dissuade you. It's a really fun course. And Sue Donnelly, incredible woman. She gave me and Dave Gannon a rifle to play with when we were there. So yeah.
Snake on a steak.
And for that snake on a steak. And for that reason, I'm tipping Sue Donnelly this weekend. Yeah. All right, MA40 boys, let's keep it rolling. MA40. Fuck Tim Ware. All right.
By a dog recently.
He did get Tim Ware got bitten by a dog at the Caulfield Racecourse, 4-hole disc golf course. Hey,
Aldon.
Yeah.
Al Don. Wait, Al or Don?
Tony Major for me.
Alistair or Don?
Alistair.
Okay, Alistair Don. All right.
Tony, I'm back at Tony.
Tony.
Imagine.
Tony Madgen.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
I'm imagining.
Tomo, Lee Thompson.
How many mushrooms?
What's the line on Lee Thompson? All right.
All right, FA1.
FA1, Georgia Carroll, Janet Ford, Assassin, and Kirsten Murray. It's JFA.
It's JFA.
It's JFA, right?
JFA all the way.
JFA all the way. All right. What's that?
She was forehand that bird.
She will forehand that bird we sold her earlier this evening. All right. MA1. Woo-wee.
Players, did we, mate?
Benno Burns.
I'm with Alan from Drollers this morning. My guy Sebastian Williams. He's
Yeah.
robotic. He's robotic.
Sebastian Williams has been coming out here every Wednesday, I believe, for the last 4 months.
Day off, yep.
His day off, he comes out to Inverleigh and he punishes himself. Anyone seen the Da Vinci Code? You know that guy that's like, I did the wrong thing? Boof, boof, boof. That's Seb Williams out here on a Wednesday. He has been punishing himself on this course over and over again. The man's driven, I got to say. Alan knows it. Yeah. I like Nick Hall.
You know what I like?
What?
Seeing Alan Brunsting not on the podium.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And for that reason, I'm tipping Alan Brunsting.
Teamwork, Jackson, teamwork.
All right.
Fuck you, Kyle.
Kyle used the Trollers as a threat. I know how Kyle thinks.
All right. So we move on to MP40. The clutch division. MP40.
Oh.
Melton Meatball.
The Melton Meatball. He is not.
Oh, is he in MP40?
He's not. Josh Smith's in there. The Melton Meatball's in MP40. What a tip rat. Wow. We got Chris Hart. We got Rubenberg. We got Ryan, national reigning champion, fucking Johnson. We got Andrew Ferguson. We got Christopher Finn. We got Darren Stay-Smith. We got Luke Pope. We got the Melton Meatball. We got Chris Barringer. Jesus, we got some names. We got John Krantz-Stoon. And we got Adam Stewart. What do we got, boys?
Geez, I don't know. I wouldn't even put money on a lead card.
I can't even look at
Luke Pope, home ground.
Luke
Yeah.
Pope, home ground.
I'm going to go with Luke Pope.
Yep.
He's looking confident up there. Look
All
at
right.
Yeah.
Hey,
If you read that body language says success.
all right.
It says
Ryan,
Luke,
Ryan, stand up for us if you want to see confidence. This motherfucker's in overalls. All right. I like it. I want to see Pody get up. You can't ignore the reigning national champ though. You can't. But who do we all want to see get up and get it done? Who do we want to see?
Ryan. Daz.
Yes.
The man that stands on the wrong side of the disc.
He's on here.
Darren Stay-Smith.
Darren Stay-Smith, who has down in his PDGA page that his city is Smoko in Vic. He's making a brand, but he doesn't smoke. All right. Daryl, yeah, Daryl is the people's champ. We can all agree on that, right? But you know, you can't ignore the actual champ, Ryan. You can't ignore the local champ, Luke Pope. This is going to be a hell of a fucking division this weekend. All right. Oh, God. FPO. Tosha Frequent. Sarah Lee. Claire Hussey. Cassie Sweeten. Sam Ockerby. Gina Hill. And Hayley Cooper. Right. How do we split it?
Huss has been out here a lot.
Huss has been out here a lot.
She's ready.
Okay.
Now,
Where's Pirate Bucky?
Where's Pirate Bucky? Okay, I don't know. We've got.
I think
Castle.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long as they all go out there and have fun.
Oh. Are we sticking with Cass's tip? We're sticking with Cass's tip. I gotta say, like, you know, despite the fact that she's the one that like Cass came on the show tonight, she's got back. Cass has come on the show tonight and done that. So, you know, I got to go with Cass. She's out here a lot.
Yeah.
She's the queen of Inverleigh. It doesn't feel right being out here without Cass dominating. I got to go with Cass. Jace?
I just said half.
What's that?
Oh,
Cass has said half.
She's throwing us off on purpose.
I'm not going to play well, so I'll shoot them everywhere. I'm not going half.
All right. Cat, we've got Huff from Cat.
All right, I'm gonna, because I'm not allowed to go with Cass. I'm gonna go with Tosha.
All right. Plays here a lot also. All right. Kyle.
oh.
That haircut.
Only because he hasn't been practicing.
Nah, that's all right. I'm gonna go with Huss.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. And God help me, Maddie Faz.
I want to say Pirate Bucky, but she hasn't registered. If anyone has her details, by the way. Cass.
Gosh. Honestly, it could be anyone. It could be anyone. So, all right. So we're looking at the MPO field now.
Oh, Saxon.
Yeah. I don't know how Saxby ended up in MPO. They'll let anyone in these days.
Jay Brady's in it.
But before we say that, we should announce, I mean, everyone's looked at the PDGA page, our feature card for tomorrow at this stage. Alex Canaston, David Peaches Perry, Dylan Feldman, and Chris Hill. That'll be our card for tomorrow. Who'll be our card for day 2? Up to you fuckers. That's what it is. All right. But what are our tips? Luke Bain. Hang on. Hang on, Cass. Hang on. I'm just going to refresh. No. What's that? Who? It's not on PDGA, so it's not true. It's not true. It's not on
Have you got a
PDGA.
scoop? Who's dropped out?
Aaron Stewart's
Adam Stewart. All right. Never heard of him, so we're weren't going to tip him anyway. All right. Okay. All right. So Luke might get in. There might be a last-minute reprieve for Mr. Bain. Okay. All right. We might be entering the House of Bain after all. So with that in mind, with Jade Brady's huge if true news in mind, who?
If I'm wrong, like I'm fucked.
Yeah, you will be. You will be cancelled. You will be cancelled. Adam Stewart's going to rock up tomorrow morning and go, "What the fuck, Jade?" But what are our tips?
No one wants me here.
Yeah. He turns up for his tea time and, you know, Reed Circuit's like, well, fucking Jade said you weren't coming.
There's a high chance.
Boys, we're going to go Matty Faz. I don't want to leave Matty Faz to the end now, to the last again. Matty, what is your tip for MPO?
I just want to ask the Geelong crowd, why doesn't Saxby have a rating?
Because he doesn't play disc golf.
Yeah, nice one, Geelong crowd.
Yeah.
Only because he took such good care of me when I visited Jindabyne.
Wait, you went to Jindabyne, Matty? Oh, who's been out? Saxby? Yeah, okay. But he literally doesn't have a rating. He's playing MPO with no rating. So he hasn't paid the $20 to be part of the PDGA this year.
He had a rating at Jumbo last year.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yes, Cassie.
PDGA member to play with you.
Ooh. Oh. Let's see.
I don't know.
Is Saxby a cheapskate?
This. So if you look up. Luke Bean's gonna fight. All right, this changes everything.
Have to have a current PDJ membership to play VTR as a professional.
Well, Reece Circuit is watching the show, and I think just dropped Bainey into the tournament because he's listening.
He's already in, so we just got it.
Yeah. So if Paul Saxby doesn't pay the $20, yeah, wow.
Oh yeah, me too. My bad.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so Paul Saxby, he's actually a really good dude. So get around Saxby tomorrow when he's playing MA1 or caddying for Aussie. So who are our tips? Matty first.
I'm just going to go with a heart over head tip. I took a trip to Jindabyne about a year ago. And,
Did you?
Adam Rigby and a few of the other boys took really good care of me and Sebastian. So I'm going to go, I reckon Rigby doesn't really show up to the big events, but I reckon he can.
Is Rig here? Is Rig in the room?
No, I should go home.
Yeah.
He's not, but
He's camping. Right.
Yeah.
No, I like it.
I can't believe his poor.
I like it. So have you been to Jindy?
I have. I've been to their 18 courses. It's the best. It's like disc golf mecca in Australia.
Yeah, right.
I thought that was Canberra.
Yeah,
so did you form any relationships in Jindabyne or anything like that?
Obviously with Adam, Tom Chulin.
Because Matty, I can't sit on it any longer.
Me neither, mate. You can
There's been some news in the last week or so that the two of the worst disc golfers in Victoria have been drafted to a retailing team. And Matty and I are pretty proud to announce, aren't we? So,
oh, you Jimmy.
we always wanted to be a rock star, and I think this has made it all true. So, yeah, clearly for disc golf talent, this has been made. So, here's the photo.
Jason, you still out.
No.
Well,
So the two, we have become massive sellouts.
Following the game. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and I never worked at McDonald's, so I get to wear the red and gold now.
Yeah, some of the best.
And if anyone wants sponsorship, I'll take anybody.
Me too.
I've been trying this for 2 months and I got sponsored.
Listen to the two. Jade's just torn up his shirt. But have a listen to the two different responses.
You guys have ever made.
Hey? What's that?
Best decision you've ever made.
Leaps and bounds.
Matty,
Oh, you
you
just
don't
joined.
want your DD sponsorship anymore?
He'll take anything. Yeah?
It's not like Matty fast pursued his shot too early. But that's huge, boys. Congratulations. I'm sure we had nothing to do with that, but well done, boys.
All that begging for it on the shows.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Good. Kathy, what do you have to do to get sponsored? Run events, do stuff around the community, consistently win Australian championships for 7 years. You guys, we just fucking asked.
Yeah. It just goes to show, if you drop enough, someone finally listens to it.
And by dropping hints, you mean spam their inbox, Tommy Chul.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. So thank you, Tommy. We love you, mate.
Hey!
Yeah, welcome.
Thanks for taking a chance on two hacks, mate.
Welcome, boys. Strength to strength.
On.
People only go from strength to strength once they get sponsored, isn't that right, Kyle?
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
We've been on that train for a while. Okay, so we can't avoid it any longer. Kyle, tips. Your tip for MPO.
Dave Perry.
Yeah.
Dave Perry. Has anyone not watched the Inverleigh Open coverage from last year?
Oh, mate.
He made it look like a kitchen puck.
Did pretty good on the whites, you did, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
All right. Okay. All right. Wow. Shots fired from Alan fucking Brunson. All right.
Mate,
Okay.
just be glad it won't go to a playoff this time.
Yeah. Jason, your MPO tip.
I passed Dylan Feldman in the car park today.
Mm-hmm. How's your neck? I'm just going.
So
Safe to say that went over his head.
I asked him how he was feeling, and he said, "Oh, look,
Because
not
Dylan's tall and Jason's short. That's all I meant. Yeah. Thank you. All right.
compact." So I asked him how he was feeling, and he said, "Pretty good, but not as good as he should be because he's had a bit going on. He got married." And I said, "So should I tip you tonight on the show or not?" And he says, "Oh, absolutely tip me because I'm not good." And they were his exact words, but I'm not going to tip him because even though he showed me confidence, I'm going to tip this man over here who's got his own logo.
Yeah.
Because I've watched him in a few tournaments, and he's a couple of Vic Opens in a row, and he's just sitting there quietly over there, and he's got everything it takes.
Can you take your hat off, sir, so we all know who you are? Come on, shall we?
Yeah! He's got a new haircut, ladies and gentlemen. Logo, haircut, t-shirt, that equals a win in my book. So
Yeah, nice.
Lake House sends my tip.
All right. I'm it's a tough one for me. It's a tough one for me. But if we all think back to the first AFL Grand Final Richmond played in years ago, who had a fantastic game on debut in that, out of nowhere during the week, dropped into the game. Marlon Pickett has a fantastic game. I'm going with that. Dropped into the tournament at the last minute. Absolutely zero warning. Who knows? Completely no preparation whatsoever. Hasn't been sleeping on hole 12 for a week. Wait, how can you not go with the last minute inclusion? Luke the Vagabond Bane. The Vagrant. See, I texted him during the week and I said, I reckon vagabond's the right word for you. And he went with vagrant. So let the record show that. But look, the MPO field is wide open. That's the beautiful thing. Austin's sitting there going, why the fuck did I even turn up to this? No one's spoken. But, yeah, look, it's a course where anyone can get it done. We were talking to Cass earlier tonight, and she's like, you get out of the trees, you're all right. But, it's anyone's game. It's anyone's game. So that's our Vic Open tips. Anything else on the Vic Open, boys? What do we think? Do we have payouts? We've been paying out on everyone all night. Look, payouts, Jace. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, payouts.
No. Payouts, rewind. Jace, you had a point. Jace, you had a separate point to payouts.
Oh, what I was going to say is, apart from the payout, do we have any news on like how the weather's looking?
It's Geelong. It's always lovely. You're right. So, yeah, tomorrow, 17, we got a blind melon. We got no rain. Saturday, 18, another blind melon. No rain. Sorry?
Just for you, Gareth.
Sorry, Gareth. You're on a half-hour delay, mate. I'll catch up. Sunday, 21, a blind melon again. No rain all weekend. I think that's why Pody brought that up, because he's like, it's not raining in Geelong for once. Brilliant. But, Jace, you were saying?
No, that's what I was saying about the weather. So I just wanted to know about the weather, but I definitely wasn't talking about payouts. That's for sure. Anything else, Kyle?
Yeah.
You want to say about the tournament?
I don't know. I'm keen to get out and do some filming.
Yeah.
Thanks, Al.
Whole brew very soon, yeah. All right. Look. Yeah. Matty?
Go on, Matty.
Go, Matty. Go for it.
Yeah, you know what, Matty?
I mean, like, the disparity in payouts is pretty good. I've got nothing else to say. I don't know. I've got nothing. No.
Yeah. Look, I mean, obviously there's been a lot of chat about payouts and disparities and all of that, like Matty just mentioned over the thing. over the other end of the table. It's look, it's not something that we understand a fucking thing about. I'll be honest with you, and I don't like to, apart from frisbees and disc golf and the Australian disc golf scene, I don't like to talk about anything I don't understand. We will have that discourse post tournament with anyone that's welcome to, and we'll bring them on the show and we'll have that chat. But I don't feel that at the generosity of the Vic Open and the Inverleigh Disc Golf Club and the tournament committee that is right for us to have that conversation right now. But we will have that conversation in future tournaments and future episodes of the Park Clubhouse, and we welcome anyone to come on the Clubhouse, hit us up, and we will let you have that. Hey, what can I say? I'm sexy enough to take bullets. Is there anything else we got to do tonight?
Not really, apart from the fact that Pody cooked up some sausages before. And
Right.
he did well because he was nearly out of gas. So he did well to get that over the line. But I'm starting to feel a little bit hungry again.
Oh, yeah? What are you hungry for, Jason?
I don't know what it is. I got a rumbling in my stomach. And I would love to have some lamb shank.
I'm doing a lamb roast.
Serve lamb on Australia Day.
Butcher.
Ladies and gentlemen,
thank you for joining me for the biggest segment in disc golf media in Australia that has ever existed. I've got a Vic Open edition, and an Inverleigh sort of edition of lamb shanks this week. Thank you to all that sent in your lamb shanks, because I was inundated. We use that word. Inundated with entries, and I couldn't even put them all on. What was that?
I don't know.
Yeah, just stretch out.
So thank you all very much. But also, because we've got a big tournament this weekend, don't forget to have your phones out. Probably not during the tournament. It's probably not a great idea, but have your phones out and during practice rounds, and catch some shanks and email them to me at lambshanks@parkmedia.com, because I love seeing them.
And whatever card Austin D'Alessandro
I think
ends
we're
up on, if someone wants to go follow that in the afternoon, he'll give you plenty. So,
There's a massive, there's a huge.
Got him.
mate, I'm not making anyone wake up at 9 to watch me play.
All right, so without any.
About the team has condition.
What was that? We did it. Bainey's in. Bainey made it. I still reckon Houston's going to smash him.
Well done, Luke. Well done. No, mate.
So, anyway.
Yes. All right, so lamb shanks.
My first lamb shank this week was sent in. Now, I love it when someone sends in a lamb shank of themselves, because that shows extra dedication. But Broden Sherritt sent me a lamb shank of himself, apparently when he cared about his form. But I don't know, you tell me when you watch this video. This is Broden Sherritt.
Delete that.
Now, can you all join me with a big... Thank you for sending that in. Bro, is that you there, Broden? Love it, mate. Thank you. Turned up just for his lamb shank. So thank you very much. And sent in a shank of yourself, which is even more acceptable. So you'll go into the draw for that magical prize. We don't know what it is yet. For the end of the year. So
Make it a patch.
now
It's going to be a live lamb.
it's going to be something. It's going to be a tray or something. But so this next one now, it's sent a couple by a fellow Melbourne Eagle by the name of Chris Scott. He sent me a couple during the week. This one is of a Geelong disc golfer who I'm aware is a Geelong disc golfer named Troy Faramon. And not only is this a shank, so this is from the Vic Open last year, but there's a little bit of a temper tantrum at the end of it, which makes it even better. So this is why he made it. Paramount. And there, what's the kick? There it is.
It's like a James Conrad out there.
So he said, "Oh Jesus!" I said he threw it.
What's that hole 18 at Ballarat?
Yeah.
That's not a line on that hole.
He's not happy.
Was he shooting for the practice basket?
Now this next one was also sent to me by Chris Scott, and this person is also in the room and has no idea that it's because I've got on my run sheet here MF. So if we can just roll the tape for the next one, this bloke who's sitting 2 down from me is going to get a huge surprise.
Oh, great shot. Good back.
Your runner-up CTP.
Oh, that's so gross.
That's Tommy on it.
I might as well take this off as well.
Now, so that was probably the best lamb shank reaction I've ever seen in my life. That was brilliant. Thank you all for getting into it. Now there's one to go.
Consent to be filmed there.
Now you know how the other ones feel, mate.
Which Chris Scott was that? I don't even have words.
He is here.
So there's one more, and I thought, sorry, that was a bit below. I thought I'd go with a theme, being at the Vic Open, being at Inverleigh. I thought, what says more about this area and this course? And if I could ask this man in the hat that's standing here with his arms folded to just move around so he can see the screen. Please, come this way, please, Mr. Hart. Now, he's one of our favourites, Papa Hart. He's got his Hart Media hoodie on because he's one of our greatest supporters. And we love him for that. We love him for that, but this is an absolute shocker, Chris. Please explain this one for us.
Yeah.
Again, who did send that in, actually?
Who
Blake
did?
Nichols.
Blake Nichols.
Blake Nichols sent that in.
Blake the Snake.
Yep. So anyway, thank you for your participation. Thank you, Chris Hart. And that is Lamb Shanks for another week. Thank you very much.
Doing a lamb roast.
Serve lamb on Australia Day.
Kids come to play.
Butcher.
No idea. That was like...
Alrighty, so we're almost at the end, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I haven't seen him tonight. He hasn't been in the club rooms at all. But Professor Park should be around somewhere. He might have snuck in. He's a very sneaky guy. But Professor Park has likely got some questions for us. Oh shit, the professor's here. I hadn't noticed. All right. So we've got.
Good to see you again, Professor.
Hey, Professor, stop fucking around. I need a piss. Professor, no, I'm kidding, mate. So Professor's got a couple of Vic Open related questions for you. I got a couple of parked patches. And do we want to put a frisbee on one of them, Kyle? Professor Park?
Yep.
Shit.
Whoopsies. Look, if there's a repeat offender, we may upgrade.
Yeah, if someone gets 2, you can trade your patch in for a frisbee. All right.
I've been thrown 2 twice and had to give them away. I reckon.
They weren't for you.
You shouldn't. You're not supposed to throw. You're not supposed to throw the patches, Dave. All right.
All right, wonderful. So I have in front of me 5 questions. They will be, one of them's multi-choice and the others are normal responses. Let's see. So, first question.
Yeah.
2024 is the 16th edition of the Vic Open. What year was it first held? Did none of us do that? No.
You said multi-choice.
2005.
2009.
Who said 9?
It's not doing that.
2012.
Ryan said 2009.
It's not 2009.
It's not 2009.
It's 2024 and it's the 16th edition.
Oh.
Ozdog.
Ozdog. So Austin D'Alessandro. I know, Ryan. All right. Okay.
All right. So, follow-on question: In which month was it first held?
October. January. October.
May. What?
Austin again.
What are you doing, mate?
He said May.
May.
I think you'll find Austin said, "Yeah, mate."
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, mate.
Who was that?
Alan Brunsting, unfortunately.
Frisbee. You getting a frisbee?
Huh?
Can they get a
No, no. Has he got? Is that his second answer? What do you want?
All right.
What do you want?
I want the bird.
Yeah, grab one.
Oh.
All right.
Man,
That's all right. I just made $5 back.
all
Yeah.
right. Third question. This is the multi-choice one, Austin. Okay. Who was the first MPO winner of the Vic Open?
Jared Quinton.
A. Andrew Dowdy. B. David Bandy. C. Fergie. Or D. Luke Williams.
Luke Williams. A.
No.
David. David Guy.
B.
David Guy.
I don't know who yelled out first. I just heard Luke.
What was the answer?
The answer is David Bandy.
Hang on. Someone's got their hand up at the back that's not Alan Brunsting.
Lotus Kingston.
Lotus Garrett.
I read my perpetual trophy.
Hey, get the camera on Bainey. Get the camera on Bainey. Just stand up and flex for us, would you, please? All right. Oh, Professor, this is great.
I'm glad you think it is. It is good. All right. Question 4. No multi-choice. Across all divisions, who has won the most Vic Open titles?
Luke Bay.
Luke Bay. No.
Cassie Sweet?
Cassie Sweet.
Who got that?
Yeah.
Who got it? Oh, they're back there. Beautiful. Not Alan. Awesome.
With 8 titles.
8 titles. Wow.
Yeah, this one's not going to go well with the crowd.
Tosh needs to take Cassie down this weekend.
Ooh. What is the highest winning margin in MPO Vic Open history?
8.
11. The first person to say it. Yeah, Ryan Johnson. Dave Bandy won 2010 by 8 shots.
Wow.
Huge.
All right.
Bandy, you couldn't have found 2 shots last year.
Are you still giving away discs for 2 patches?
Have you got 2? What do you want? We got Justice, River. That's a warship and that's a berg.
Justice.
Justice. Chug him a Justice. Yeah, chug his bag of patch. We'll give you a Justice, man. Oh, have a look at that. He's nailed it.
Fantastic.
Is that it?
That's enough, Professor Park.
Professor Park, ladies and gentlemen. And I should give a shout out to Geelong local Dean Feely, who put together those questions and poured over the stats for that. Dean Feely, it's been a big few months personally for Dean, so he hasn't been able to be involved in the clubhouse as much as he'd want, but he is still working behind the scenes. So shout out, Dean. We love you, mate. We can't wait to have you back on the couch with us sometime soon. Ladies and gentlemen, that's about all we got time for now. But I did want to shout out before we finish tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It is being Anzac Day. It is Park's first birthday. So literally Vic Open last year is the first thing we ever did as Parked Media. So we wanted to thank, thanks to that one applause. We wanted to thank you. We wanted to thank all those people that have been with us along the way. It's Park's first birthday. We wanted to thank our first sponsor that came on board, Oz Discs, for getting behind us. We want to thank Disc Golf Warehouse for getting on board this year. We want to thank Rad and Flying Disc Store for getting on board with us last year and kicking us to the next level through connecting us with Gatekeeper. We want to thank Phil Morgan, who was with us in the early days and did a lot of stuff. Where's Phil? That's a question for Phil. We here at Park love Phil Morgan. He's taken some time off from the game, but he was a huge part of the early days of Park. We also want to say that we want to thank Mark Carter and Guff Ballarat, the biggest bricks and mortar and the first bricks and mortar disc golf store in Victoria, for coming on board with Park for the next 18 months and sponsoring us and partnering with us. That's they are giving us cash, but they're also partnering with us. There's a lot of exciting things coming up with Guff X Park, and they are getting right behind us. Mark has pestered us, and we couldn't be more excited to support Mark and do what we can for Guff and disc golf in Victoria. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Park Clubhouse live, and thank you to Guff. Get into Guff next time you're in Ballarat. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Parked Clubhouse. We've been these four fuckwits. Thank you to Cassie. Thank you to Cassie Sweeten for coming on and putting up with us. Thank you to all of you for being here tonight. Thank you to everyone in a Parked Media hoodie. Thank you to everyone that's bought a Parked Media t-shirt. If you haven't got one, I've got a shitload sitting out there. We've also got these discs available for sale this weekend. You can buy them off us. They're $35 each. Come talk to them about us. Come say hi. Come tell us you love what we do. Come tell us you hate what we do. Come tell us you want to see some footage. Come tell us whatever. We love you guys. Thank you for coming, Inverleigh Vic Open. Thank you for watching, everyone at home. And we've been Park Media. This has been the Clubhouse. You're fucking awesome. We'll see you over the weekend, Sandbagger.